All right. I haven't looked at the comments for the support Annie video that I did. I'm almost certain that they beat my ass in the comment section for how badly that game went. I want to be on. I want to be clear. I want to be transparent. I want to be keep it 100 with you. I had a fun game. That's first and foremost main thing on this channel, and all the channels, all two of them. I know hard to keep track of, but yeah, I had a fun time. And also the enemy Ezreal, he actually recognized, because like, after the game he was like, "Oh, a YouTuber I watch has a clothing line named after your account, like your account name," and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if it's the same person." And he was like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh, do you have your games?" I was like, stop on by, man. We'll see you later." But yeah, they would probably beat my ass. Listen, I got ganked like a lot, but you know what? I'm gonna give her a try on mid lane. We're live on stream right now. People are telling me that shield actually reflects damage on spells and stuff like that, and I'm sure the comment section is telling me that as well. But yeah, honestly, man, I'm just happy to be playing playing a bit of a normal build this time. Not quite so crazy. I do realize that in the last game we did, I kind of went into the whole A&E thing, and then I totally got set off track by talking about like Bunny Fufu and his nether regions. But yeah, I felt really bad when I went to accident and emergency. If you missed if you just joined us, if you're just joining us, I stood on a rusty nail on Saturday, and I ended up getting whisked through the medical bureaucracy system, the bureaucratic system, and it all for me just to go A&E, which I could have done on Saturday, but this was on Monday that I ended up doing it. Thankfully, like the incubation period for like tetanus, I got thingy up now, so I can go. That's okay. Thank you very much for the gank. The incubation period for tetanus is like I was within it, even if like I had just normally waited, like out of my own volition, right? So that was fine. It was like 48 to 72 hours, and I was still within the 48-hour window. Never mind 72. But yeah, so like yeah, Maisie, I didn't realize, and Maisie clearly didn't want to warn me because she was like, "Uh-oh," but I did not realize, because I don't really go A&E to begin with. I don't get into too much trouble, but certainly never been to A&E on a Monday morning, which is where that's the period of time. How did the nail do? Was the rusty nail okay? You already know I took that motherfucker right back and beat his ass, right? I had all the boys jump in. There was like 6 or 7 other people. We jumped in rusty nail in a back alley, man. It's sleeping with the fishes right now. I actually have a funny story about a friend who tried to fight a nail and lost, but yeah, I think Maisie just wanted me to learn by doing. And quite honestly, like, so I'm of the volition, like, that, you know, I wasn't looking. I wanted to get out there as soon as possible, as everybody that goes to A&E does, right? But also, like, I'm totally fine with like order of severity. I'd put aside my entire day, right? My entire Monday, I was like, I'm probably gonna be here a while. There's a thing on the wall that says you're gonna be. It's a 7-hour wait, and I could believe it, man. The place was packed, dude. It was like seriously packed. So I wasn't looking to jump queue, and I wasn't gonna die. Although, like, depending if you left me there long enough, then I could, because I would contract like sepsis in my leg and I'd die from tetanus. But I felt bad because what happened was, because it was a minor injury, it didn't really like. I put my thumb up the nail's ass, and and then it let go of my foot, man. True, I did, yeah. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, it's a small injury. We're gonna send you to minor injuries," and I was like, "Okay, sick, swag, awesome." And then so they're like, "Just go out, take a left, and there's like a black like cabin at the end of the." This is like the Southern General Hospital in Glasgow, by the way. So if you're from Glasgow, if you're like one of the 0.005% of people that have been to Southern General and you've been to accident emergency, there's like a black like wood cabin almost at the end of the street that like was empty. I walked in to minor injuries thinking like, all right, well they're probably. She just phoned up somebody who was like, "Hey, I got a guy here who needs a tetanus shot. Can you see him now?" Okay, yeah. She just went, "Okay, go out there, walk down," and it was an empty room, man. There was not a single soul in the building except for like the doctors, nurses, and me. And then I rang the bell. They said, "Come on in." I put my foot on the table to show them the wound. They were like, "Yeah, that looks really clean. Cool, no problem. I'll go get the needle now." And then I was in and out within like 4 minutes, man. And I was like, "Oh, dude." Like I have seriously like won the lottery here. I got minion blocked, man. That is so sad, bro. I got so minion blocked. I'm so sorry. So it was a blessing. Like my friend Kev like dropped me off, and I was in and out so fast that he didn't even get back to the office before I was like, "Hey, I'm out." And he was like, "You want me to just turn around and come pick you up?" And he's like, I was like, "Hell yeah, man." I got a free ride back as well. I was expecting to have to get like a bus or a taxi or something. I don't know. But it was a little bit, not unsettling, but certainly a humongous feels bad to so here, like, dude, I don't know, like, I don't know if anybody else would have played this differently, right? But there was like a man behind, like a fully grown, like he's an older gentleman, right? But he was like crying. I said this in the, the last game as well, but he was like kind of crying, and he was like whimpering. I feel like I've never heard somebody whimper in real life, but he was whimpering, and whatever pain he was experiencing, either it was either a byproduct of it or the cause of effect was he had pooped his pants, right? And that, like, it's not. I didn't find it funny. It's undignified, I guess you'd feel, but I understood. But a part of my brain was like, you should probably let this guy go first. But then another part of my brain was like, but if he goes first, I might not get seen to for another 7.5 hours, and I would like to go home. So I just kept my place in the queue. Now I don't know, and I feel bad about it, man. I don't know, like, should I have done that, or is it just like a dog eat dog world in A&E? I don't go to A&E so much so that I know the etiquette of how you should approach, these situations. But I felt bad, man. I felt like I was stealing a spot from the guy, even though I was going to a totally different building, because he was definitely not going to minor injuries. I'll tell you that much for free. He certainly didn't come in behind me into minor injuries. But I was like, man, am I stealing a doctor from this guy for like 20 minutes? I don't know. But there was a part of me that was like, the young must survive. So I was like, okay. You know the saying, age before beauty? I'm pretty sure it's not, I'm pretty sure it works as like elders go first, but I was still like, nah, I gotta go, man, I gotta go. It's like why I don't invest in the stock market as well. Because I'm scared, because I've got this weird paranoia that all the money, that if I was to make money on the stock market, that it would be built on the corpses of people who lost money and then maybe like, did something very unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like, that's how my brain works, man. Because like you think about it, you're like, well, if I made money on the stock market, that's because somebody lost money. But then you really dive into the, oh my god, did I make this money off of the corpse of another man or something? You know what I mean? I don't know. I just shorted GameStop, bro. I don't know what the hell. It's very scary, man. I once made, dude, this is really sad, man. I once went to make a deposit on one of these like investing websites. This is so pathetic, right? I went to make a thingy and then it asked me to two-factor or like confirm my identity, and then I was like, okay, this is the sign I need that I shouldn't do this. So I like went, okay, never mind, and then stopped it. Never went on the website again. And then I got a call from a guy, and he was like, hey, we saw that you were making an account and you were like going to deposit, but then you didn't. Is everything okay? Is there something that I can help you with? And I was like, yeah, man, I got scared, bro. I'm sorry. I don't think I can do this. I don't have the balls. Like, I don't have the balls to do this, man. I'm sorry. And he was like, okay. Nah, he was calling from the website. I don't know, maybe he wasn't, but I don't know. He called me from the website. Anyway, I was never giving him any information, right? But I was just like, I got cold feet. Sorry, I'm not doing this. It wasn't for any great sum of money anyway. It was like a couple $100 or something, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but I just don't have it in me. There he goes. Nice. I didn't even get the assist on that, but it is what it is. It's Annie's responsibility to triage patients. Yeah. The thing is, though, and I would say that he clearly had an innie pain and not an outie pain. And I definitely, you know, you could probably be forgiven for thinking that, like, I understand that it's probably, like, especially, like, A&E, people that work at, like, on the front line and accident emergency probably get a lot of people coming in who are like, I'm in so much pain, I need painkillers, but it's an innie pain. I'm not missing an arm, but I got an innie pain. Can you give me some drugs, please? Or something like that, right? So, like, I don't know, maybe he wouldn't be on the top list of priorities, you know, but yeah, I mean, all in all, I had a pretty good time in A&E. Not like a good time. Maybe like a fleeting reminder of my own mortality, and maybe a fleeting reminder that life is short, and you should make the most of it in a safe and calmly manner. And you know what I mean? Like, make the most of your life to a certain extent, within reason. You should make the most of your life. Okay, all I'm saying. Like, throw caution to the wind, but also, like, form an orderly queue. You know what I'm saying? But there's no need to push, baby. There's plenty of room. Well, I mean, obviously nobody at A&E was, like, there because they had been shot. Because, like, if that happened, they would make the news, you know? Well, obviously they make the news in America, but like, no offense, but like it's a wholly more uncommon in Glasgow than it is in like New York, you know? Not just because there's like New York has like 60 times the amount of people, but you know what I mean? It's like if somebody got shot in Glasgow, it would be like front page like for like weeks or something, whereas like if somebody got shot in New York, it would be like, well, there's every possibility that somebody fucked around and somebody found out, you know? Depending on Goodbye. We're in New York. I don't know. My knowledge of New York is entirely tied to the TV sitcom Friends, bro. I don't know, Central Perk? Like, so there was a violent crime in Ross Geller's apartment somewhere, probably, wherever he lives. I don't know. I don't trust Ross Geller, okay? I'll just say it right now. I think he's an asshole. But yeah. No, I think they would immediately, be on the front page of the newspaper if somebody got shot. That being said, people, I will say, in, like, Scotland, people don't tend to get, like, people that get shot are people that are in crime. I don't think, like, necessarily a lot of random people get shot. Like it's always like mob or like crime family executions. So that's good. My mother is always like very scared about. She's like, you know, she'd always be scared of like people having. It's just what mothers do, right? Like people having guns or don't because like Maisie used to live in an area that was like pretty heavily polluted by members of the Lyons family, which is a crime family in Glasgow. Like it was mostly where the grunts and the peons and like all the people that are like, you need something done, boss. You need somebody whacked. That was where like they lived. So like maybe one of her neighbors would get not carpet bombed, like fire bombed in their own living room and like murdered with a machete or something like that. Maybe somebody was like. Yeah, there was like a couple of people killed on her street, right? But it's whatever, bro. Like, yeah. But she was always like, Ross, you gotta be like careful. These people will, you know, gut you or whatever. And I'm like, no, they won't, because like, they don't want to have anything to do with me as much as I have anything to do with them. Like, I'm not causing them any trouble. Like, yeah, if I like put on like some like of Maisie's tights and go out in the night and start fucking jumping around like Batman, then like yeah, maybe they're gonna beat the shit out of me. But like realistically, the only way that like I'm getting firebombed is if like they got the wrong address, man. Like as long as I keep my head down and walk away, I'm not getting shot. I'm not getting stabbed. I'm not like, you know, I ain't a snitch. And a lot of the people that live in these areas are not snitches. So like, I don't know. I just think like there's no reason to bring civilians into it, because then when you bring a civilian into it, then you get the wrath of the police, bro, you know? I'm not saying that the people that are like in organized crime necessarily are like the smartest individuals you'll ever meet, but all I'm saying is, bro, how did he knows, man? He's gotta know. I don't have ulti now. Not ulti, passive. But I will pass my nuts across his face. Big time. Okay. See, it would have been real great if I had, like, nothing there. Dude, Cell is, like, camping my lane like crazy, and it's real funny. Because I bet this Aurelion Sol was probably hella pissed off, man. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, I got, like, held hostage a little bit with a knife, but that wasn't by like anybody involved in organized crime. That was just a guy on like a shitload of cocaine, and that's just honestly that's just the wrong place at the wrong time, which is our apartment at 3 a.m. which was apparently the wrong place at the wrong time. My bad, my apologies. Hey, forget about it, forget it. I'm being shot. You want to be careful, brother. I'm not saying I dragged them all to your ass, but I dragged them all to your ass right there. Why are you playing Annie? I don't know how to answer that question, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you here. I don't know what answer would dignify or what answer would satisfy your curiosity here, but just cause, man. I don't know. She's got high win rate. I was like, I'll check her out, give her a try. Guy in a lot of cocaine. I know that guy. That was the guy who called you across the hallway. That story that actually, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to like trauma dump you, man. Obviously, like I took a little break on YouTube when that happened, because like Maisie was like in my bedroom at my parents' house or my mother's house, and we had about 50 square feet worth of real estate to work with for both of us, to live in, you know, alongside like my mother and my brother also being in the house and stuff like that. So it's a bit like disruptive, like no, it's not like disruptive like in a bad way, but obviously our lives are kind of upended ever so slightly. Yeah, we had to send Charlie to Maisie's mother's to live for like a couple weeks while we sorted our lives out. But I'm so sorry if that like actually, you know, stuck with you. I don't want the moral of this story to be like, don't trust anybody, but like I'm not gonna pretend that the signs weren't there. This guy loved his cocaine, so I guess it's on me, you know. Yeah, it happens. You know, I got dragged back by that shit, man. Are you kidding me? Somebody's gonna get the fucking chair in a second, man. I've had enough. I was ready to throw hands, man. I got him, man. Tibbers wasn't giving it all that nearly enough. It wasn't your fault, so don't worry about it, bro. Honestly, he seems to just have. It's like our flashes are on the exact same cooldown, man. I see on Steam you copped Hitman. Is it for a video or genuine gaming? Both, I think, maybe, because I've been watching the freelance mode. Dude, I don't know if any of you have seen. You know what? I'm just gonna sell this shit so I can get that. I'm sorry, you're gonna hate me for this one. So the Hitman 3 released a roguelike Hitman game mode on the new one, which is called Freelancer, and it looks really cool. It'll just give you some like brief descriptions of the person you're after. You're let loose in the map, and you just have to find that person and try and kill them without being noticed, and that is very epic. It's very cool to me. So I'm very interested in giving that a try. One other aspect though is it has a VR mode, and I'm like, yo, dude, that looks insane. That looks like an insanely interesting time. I'm ready to live out my best subterfuge lifestyle, man. Pretending to be an Italian chef or something. What the hell was going on in there? I recommend completing the story before doing it. A lot of knowledge recommended for the freelance mode. Yeah. I mean, I'm interested to give it a try just in VR. Because it looks like a game that could work in VR. My issue with a lot of VR games is that they seem to be, for the most part, glorified tech demos. Which is not what you're after. Alright, shut up. Bye! I wasn't even going to play around there. Shield Jana, Delir. VR Among Us does look interesting. However, that doesn't stop! I didn't know that didn't... Alright, bro, we are in some deep-ass trouble here. I don't know what Tibbers is doing. Tibbers having a 1v1 with the Rift Herald. And you know what? I'm honoring the code here. I'm not jumping in. Those two can duke it out. Tibbers is getting his ass beat, man. What's going on? They don't hit. Wait. What the hell is this Wukong doing, bro? You don't jump into a 1v1. You don't interrupt the 1v1, man. And I bet Rift Herald doesn't even feel good about the win either. Because that's just been handed to him, you know? Who's so boring? Are you talking? Oh, you must be talking to York or something. He may be talking to me. I don't know what I'm doing that's boring. I'm not doing anything, to my knowledge. Wait, is this the first or the second one? Which one's Shelly and which one's Harold? One's a boy, one's a girl. He's moved up. I'm probably gonna get yoinked over this damn wall, man, in a second. First one is Shelly. Alright, so that would have been Harold then. No interaction with you at all. What's he? Who's he? What? I've suddenly got the masculine urge. Wabba what? The masculine urge to find Xin Zhao and attack him. I would like to help top lane though, because I don't know if that's a fight that's going the way that he wants it to. That's a shield. Hello there. This game's going better for me. You know I had to do it to him. I'm sorry. You know I had to do it to him. You know I had to do it to him. Oh man. He's all chatting, talking about the interactions. I was like, I gotta flash Tibbers this fool, man. I gotta flash Tibbers him. Yeah. No, the Hitman thing looks like very interesting. I'm glad the Hitman's like doing well, man. I remember like when I was a kid playing Hitman, and then it just disappeared for like 15 years, and then it came back. And it's one of those games where you're like, why did they ever stop making them? You know what I mean? I remember like the last, I think it was like the second Hitman, like the last target. I think you get out of a coffin. And the last target's a guy in a wheelchair, and like 9-year-old me is like in hysterics because like he tries to chase you down with a gun, and if you go down a set of stairs, he just falls down the stairs and dies. As a kid, you're like, man, wow, this is crazy. Is that the second one or the first one? I can't remember. But like the last guy is just a guy in a wheelchair, but obviously like he fights back. Like if you get out of the coffin and you go crazy, and then he starts shooting at you from his wheelchair, and then if you just lead him to a set of stairs, he just blasts straight down them and is immediately dead. I've played Yakuza, yeah, for sure. I've seen Yakuza, I think, in real life. Guy missing an arm with tattoos from head to toe in Narita Airport. And in Incheon Airport. He was on our flight on the way there and the way back. And I was like, I wanna have a conversation with that guy. Would you be surprised to hear I did not have a conversation with that guy? Might sound crazy. I was wholly unwilling to go and approach him. Why did he meet so many oddballs? I don't know, man. I'm just living my life, baby. I didn't meet the guy anyway. I stared at him from afar and was like, that guy has gotta be. But I wonder what he did to lose his arm. He could have just gotten like an infection and then just didn't deal with it. He could just be a stubborn guy. Doesn't necessarily have to be a gangster, you know. I totally, man. I think I ultied bad there, but I struggling to figure out what I did. That was a whole mess of a fight. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that was like a really good ulti from Cell. If I could follow it up, but I like ended up not being able to get who I wanted because like 2 different people dashed out of it and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, like everybody's doing really well. I don't feel like we should be getting our butts beat this hard. Cell's like 1 in 5, but he's like his camps mid have been insane. I would not exist without his help. So I don't know. Was Baby Ross just as blonde without facial hair? I was, yeah. Until the age of like 5 or 6, and then my hair started going like slightly more brown. That was pretty much it. Missing finger. Yeah, I don't know. But he was covered in head to toe in tattoos, like everywhere. He gave off the vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me being like, you know what that is? You know what that's me doing? Judging a damn book by its cover. For shame. Sorry, I'm gonna shame myself for this one. I can't, you know what? Shame on me. Shame on me. Wait, you talking about a real person? I mean, yeah, I am. They're not doing Nash. I just warded it. Like, Yorick, what did you do to this guy, man? Why is he so pissed off? Why is he so mad? What happened? What's this? He seemed to do like pretty okay top lane. He's like, what? 40 CS up? He's got 7 kills? I don't understand what his problem is. Because he banned his main? Oh, is that why? Who's he? What did I miss, man? I've clearly missed a lot of crap here. I don't know. Who did you ban? Oh, a Yax main? I see. Well, that makes more sense, I suppose. What do you think of the Ezreal? Yeah? Fine. Got no issues. Should I? I mean, you're obviously their friend, but I don't know what the... I'm just gonna put the fear of God into her. See what she said. Alright, or I'll just kill her. How about that? Now, that went not so good for them. It's starting to go better. How you done? We got the shutdown. Oh, true. Yeah. That's what's important. I mean, who got the shutdown? Me? How did I get the shutdown? I did not do that on purpose. I tell you that for free. Yeah, apparently I got it. I don't. Oh, Tibbers went crazy, man. Maybe this game is really close. I'd be like way more fine with losing if it wasn't the team were like very angry for some reason. I don't know. I'm not angry. Well, yeah, no, I never implied that I was, but still, you know what I mean? Now I really want to win. I'm gonna press R even harder. A little bit more. I think what I'm missing is that I'm not putting enough feeling into my ulti presses here. Now's the time. I got you. I got you. This Ezreal is absolutely blasting at the queue. It's got some ability haste on you, Chief. Do it, Sarge, you break your keyboard in half. Yeah. True. This keyboard is already missing like almost like a third of its keys because I couldn't find them. I took them off and then lost them. So, oh, poo poo. Oh, did I hit the cone? That's my bad. I figured they were going to dragon, but enough is enough is enough. Ooh, it's a spooky E, but I respect it. You need to get some vision down there. Nah, it's too late. Never mind. Enough is enough is enough. Let's go. Oh, yo, oh, okay, all right. Oh, I tell you what, man. Did they buff the what you call it? Like the pull-in of the black hole from Aurelion Salt? It feels like I don't remember it feeling like it was as strong as it was on PBE. You know, Troy can't say much for this up. It feels like quite. It's got a tug to it, man. I don't like that it's got a tug to it. I don't like that it made me say that as well. It's got a tug to it, man. What the hell? I played a game earlier. My dude was like, "Why am I being dragged in so hard?" Yeah, I figured like when you're stunned. So here's my understanding of it when it was in PBE, to my knowledge, right? My knowledge was that it will pull you in if you're stunned or like hard CC'd. But if you're not, it will just slow. But the way I'm seeing it is that I am being pulled in. Period. That's just it. I'm just being pulled in. Okay. This is an absolute tragedy. That TP was it wasn't your fault, brother. There was a TP, man. I listen. If anybody is to blame, I hesitated, man. I should have just gone with you. I don't know why. I kind of went, maybe I can. I don't think I can burst a Aurelion Sol. So I just like, I don't know, I hesitated like crazy there. Does he have Rylai's? He does actually, yeah. But should I be getting pulled in though? I don't know. I don't know how it works. The pull in itself doesn't get stronger to my knowledge. But yeah. But that was my understanding of it. But as I say, that you know, it's my understanding of it. It doesn't mean that that's how it works. So I thought that it would careful, pop it. He's freaking going for it. He's super dead. But I respect it. I respect the hustle. If you're so you can't walk out fast. Yeah, for sure. I get that. It's just that like I'm like, okay, you can't walk out fast, but should you be getting pulled? Obviously, the minions get pulled. They don't have a choice in the matter, but still. You're always getting pulled in. That's why it's so. Like, but, like, I guess, but, like, would you consider, like, gravity? I don't know, man. We're going to get into a conversation that I'm not really prepared for, like, academically, man. Would you call, like, gravity, like, a constant soft CC on your life because it's called always pulling you downwards? Like, probably not, right? Like, I mean, maybe you would. Imagine how fast you'd be going if we were all on the moon. But still, anyway, this is why I was like, I don't want to get into this because I don't academically have the chops for this conversation. Because you're all saying yes, it would. Shut up, okay? Why don't you just all do what Twitch chat should be doing and just agree with me all the time, okay? I've had enough of this. I don't like. Do you know what I don't want in this chat? Critical thinking. No critical thinking allowed. Except when I demand it. Okay? No critical thinking. Because you are wrong, brother. No critical thinking. Welcome to the echo chamber, motherfucker. Critical thinking is banned here. You want us to just type Keck W? I want +2s, I want Keck W's, and I want true. I'm truing right now. That's so true. Anything of that, like, that ilk. It's fine by me. Bro, Tibbers got walled out by Sailman. He's trying to throw hands, but he doesn't have the opportunity. on, Jana! You fought hard. What about Pog? I will allow Pogs as well. I will allow Pogs as well. I say this, man. When we did Twitch Rivals and I was like the captain, Nikachu, I think her name was, bro, like, she was on our Valorant team, and she would die, or maybe she'd have a bad game, and her chat would just be like constantly, like, it would be like flooded with love hearts, and I was just like sitting there like looking at her chat like, why don't you guys ever do that for me, man? I have a bad game, and everybody's like, it's okay, you'll get him next time. It's like, oh, you, like, they're like, you may have died, but you shot that guy one time. Let's go, Nikki, let's go. And I'm sitting there like, damn, that's an echo chamber, man. Not like in a bad way, like it's a cuddle chamber, actually. I want a cuddle chamber. That sounds way nicer than echo chamber. We should call it a cuddle chamber. That sounds a bit sexual, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, this is the end of the game. Therefore, it's good to be the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I gotta give it to Cell, man. He gave me some sick ganks. I couldn't follow up on all of them because I'm bad, and I was, you know, I honest to God, I feel like I have not stopped speaking for the last 35 minutes, and I'm like, I feel like I was on my A game as far as like the conversation was going. When I say that was on my A game as far as the gameplay was concerned, no, but still, the top damage. Let's go. That was all Tibbers. Probably half of that was like Tibbers, man. Half of that was Tibbers.